Welcome back to the Couch Commentators podcast, the fastest growing podcast in Australia and some would say the world. As always, I have Brandon, Dan and James with me. We're here to talk about all things sports, so sit back and enjoy. Well, gentlemen, how have you guys been?
Bloody fantastic. How you been, James?
Yeah, not bad. Just a quiet weekend, watched a fair bit of sport, so it was good time to relax.
Dan.
Yeah, I've been all right. Just a bit tired, you know.
Yeah, mate. I've been pretty well myself, Had the bye week, so Cronulla's done all right. Queensland obviously pumping. New South Wales wasn't too good for us, but
I'd almost forgot about that, Brandon.
Yep, thank you for reminding me. I'm just going to go cry in the
Spirits
corner.
are high for Game 3, right, guys?
Yeah,
Right?
Especially since we're going. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic, right? Who can't wait for that? But look, on that note, James, as you said, mate, how good, I know people like to, stay busy and all that on weekends, but a Saturday and Sunday of watching sport, whether it be the horses and the footy, any sort of sport, mate, I love it, mate. Every now and then, just a whole weekend of sport is just, it's just porn for me, in all honesty.
Are you saying you get off to a weekend of sport?
Anyway, guys, next up. Look, on that note, we'll head over to the accountability side of things. Now, I'm going to pass the buck instantly here. We're going to head to Leachy's lock. Leachy, can you, mate, give us a rundown what happened there?
Yeah, mate. It was tough. Last week three of us got winners. This week, not so much. Mm-hmm. My horse, Katsu, did all right. Was up there. And I think it was the last maybe 200, 300, just got shoved out of the way. Even the commentator said it got pushed. I don't know why there wasn't a protest. We got second place, lads. Second place. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
And the thing is with Katsu as well, he was lumping the massive weight of 60 kilos. I think the next closest was only 56. And weight stops everything. So,
it does hurt.
Fantastic performance for him still, even though a close loss. But Dan, mate, let us know how your multi went. Or I suppose our viewers would probably know by now. It's just a fucking hell.
Mate, I don't even remember what I put on.
It was
last
a Dragon's multi, mate.
I knew it was Dragon's multi, but I don't even fucking remember.
I think you were 13 plus.
I pushed that Dragons game out of my brain,
Bloody hell.
I turned that shit off at halftime.
On to another week, though, Dan. You got it this week, believe.
The only thing that came through was Dallin with Tennis Lesnak score.
So is this week 19? Surely this is it, yeah? Surely.
It is.
Mate,
it
look.
is the 19th episode.
Yeah. Now, Jim's Jam. Look, the Eels had a field day, and they're obviously a big part of the league. But James, what happened there, mate?
Like when it's 48-20 and the two hottest try scorers of the comp can't get over the line, it's just not my week. Get on me this week. I'm like a yo-yo. If I go down, I'll come straight back up. So let's get ready for another good week.
Mate, I was pulling my hair out watching that game on Saturday, thinking when the hell they're going to give it to Sivo.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
It was. Mate, I couldn't believe it. They stayed well away from him.
You watched him score 3 tries this week against the bye.
Yeah. The almighty undefeated bye.
He's going to beat him 100-0 this week.
Oh, mate, hopefully we can do twice as good as last time.
And then, look, guys, my top tip going international overseas to Royal Ascot didn't come off. Our Aussie sprinter Artorius finished a long back fourth in the Platinum Queen Elizabeth II Stakes. So it wasn't a fantastic way to, follow on from a decent week from us. But I'm sure this weekend, guys, if once again, if you follow us in, I have no doubt that we're going to be making our pockets and your pockets very full.
Responsibly.
Champions don't stay down for long, unless you're Tedesco. But
Yeah, that bloke's still on the ground from when Whiten did that thing to him.
Lucas was going for 3 in a row. And,
I might have to go back to $1.50 favourites again, eh?
Yep.
No, like, seriously, I'm back in $1.50 favourites again.
You weak other dog.
Well, look, we'll on that note with Artorius and the Aussie horses, We'll head over to Royal Ascot, right? So the horse racing obviously had their massive carnival during the week. The Aussies were represented by 4 sprinters. So we had in the King's Stand Stakes on the first night, the Tuesday night, we had Cannonball and Coolangatta. Now Coolangatta going over there is the second favourite. They both ran extremely
Dog
under
shit.
par. Pantsed by the European sprinters, which is not usually the case. And then on the Saturday night, which was when Artorius ran a decent fourth, but ultimately he was the favourite. He was the one expected to really fire over there. Like I said on the tip sheet last week, all the news coming out of Ascot was he was on fire. He was ready to go. And look, unfortunately, Cannonball, he came last on the Monday night, the Tuesday night, and then Saturday, the stalls opened, and he came out without a fucking jockey. The poor bugger.
Oh, dear. Poor
But just as well, a big shout out to Australian horse, the Astrologist, who went over there a few months ago to England to warm up for this. He ran a great race into 5th, paying about, I think he was 90 to 1.
Oh, damn, that's not too bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, he obviously didn't place, but he outperformed what he expected. He's a, at best Group 3 horse here, and he had a monster race. So well done to Connections there.
Well, it's no horse can be Nature Strip, Like the Nature Strip goes over, conquers England, and
That's the thing, It seems like, I mean, I'm guilty of it too. I always just thought, our sprinters are just flat out better. And if we take an average sprinter over there, it'll win. But that's definitely not the case now. But it seems like you need the right horse to take over there as well. You need your Nature Strip, your Black Caviar, Miss Andretti, Choisier, that sort of thing. But where, I like, for example, if they took a Giga Kick, I Wish I Win over there, we could be talking about, something different. And hopefully one of those horses next year head over and fly the flag for us.
Potentially.
Yeah. And just another one on the horse racing side of things, guys. The last Group 1 of the season happened on Saturday in Eagle Farm, the Tats Tiara. And Palacepan took that out at a big odds. I think it was about 25 to 1. So well done to Connections there.
Damn, wish we were on it.
Look, mate, I mean, if they've got too many digits in front like they do there, I don't even bother.
If it doesn't say $1.50, he's not on
exactly, I'm not interested. And also, Zach Purton, guys, in Sha Tin, he has just broken the record in Hong Kong for most wins in a season, and there are still a few meetings to go. So, classic Zach Purton. He's an absolute beast of a jockey, isn't he?
Weapon. Schweppin. If he's racing, back him.
Pretty much. Well, and that's the thing. He gets the cheeky short odds over there, so I'm all over him most of the time.
I'm surprised we haven't had any Hong Kong tips. Or actually, we did once.
Yeah, anyway.
Anyway,
Who said that? Now, cricket, guys, is absolutely not my strong point, but I know James is quite a cricket connoisseur. James, do you have anything to talk about when it comes to the Ashes, mate?
Well,
Bit
yeah,
of a
so
quiet
got
one
a
this week.
couple of talking points. So the women's Ashes actually finished last night. Well, the first match, it's a weird sort of series they've got. It's the only test match of it. But we won that in the end pretty comfortably by 70-odd runs. So get this, Ash Gardner, all-rounder, bowls great offies, 12 wickets for the game, 8 in the second innings.
Holy
5.
Jesus.
She took all 5 wickets that were needed on the last day.
What a monster.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like, what a performance. Just put the team on her back.
Big Ash. We'll be calling her the GOAT soon.
Yeah.
That's well impressive.
So that's awesome stuff from the women's team and awesome stuff from Ash. And then for the men's side, next test 2 starts tomorrow. So that's Wednesday night, so yesterday for the people listening. But it looks like it's going to be a green top, which would really suit our seam bowlers. So it might mean that Stark misses out on a spot in the team again, but it doesn't matter. We'll smash them. So
Yeah, take that, your Poms.
Clean sweep.
Scotty B to take 10 in the GB.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, that's about it. There's not too much to talk
Not
about.
too
I have a
much.
lot more to talk about next week after the test match. But
Yeah.
right now, just keen to see the ball actually do something, unlike last test.
Yeah, when's the Lord's test? When's that one?
This is the Lord's test.
This
the
is it,
Lord's
is it,
test.
okay?
So it's Lords is usually a seaming pitch, so
Yep.
that's why it's more than likely that we'll see Hazelwood and Boland with Paddy Cummins. But who knows? Dark's fresh. He can move the ball both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything
for sure.
could happen. Beauty.
The
And
reason I
attack.
ask for when the Lord's test is because in the horse racing world, guys, sorry, there's a great man by the name of PG Moody who's currently over there with tickets to the Ashes. So I just had to make sure I know when my man Moody's watching his cricket, you know?
Here he goes. Can't believe you only spoke a little bit about PG. I thought you were going to go on for a rant there, but
No, don't worry, mate, don't worry. I'll keep talking about my man there. But yeah, so look, we'll head over to another segment that we've been running the last few weeks, and that is the Word Association, which Brandon's going to be taking control of here.
Beauty, mate. It actually went pretty well. I've had some good feedback, you know. People like it, so we'll do it again. This time I'm going to ask you, Lucas, to be my guinea pig.
Oh, no,
The,
okay.
I'm going to give you a word, a phrase,
Okay.
and you're just going to spit back a team, a player name, whatever comes to mind. All right, Lucas, are you ready, mate? You ready?
Mate, born ready.
NRL Word Association. Biff.
Oh, God. First thing that comes to mind is probably
Bring it back.
Reg Reagan, yeah.
Reg Reagan, beauty. Grub.
The fuckwit in England who just got sacked from his team.
Josh
Maguire.
McGuire.
Josh Maguire, thank you. Couldn't think of his name.
The grub.
Yep.
Try scorer.
Benji Marshall.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. We got captain.
Cherry Evans.
Ooh,
How's that, eh?
Queensland captain. Premiers.
Tigers.
What, in 2052?
Jeez, I thought I was being a bit funny last week.
Boys, come on. Seriously here. It's just what's coming to my head, okay?
Okay, yeah, it came up quick. It was pretty quick on it.
Pacey.
Queensland.
Grubs.
All right, Benji Marshall.
King. Immortal.
King.
Goat. Can I just stop us all here now?
Yeah, mate.
Now, guys, Benji Marshall, when everyone grew up, they wanted to play exactly like him, right? Name me a bloke.
I didn't.
Yeah, fuck off, Dan. You probably wanted to play Gordon Tallis, your dog.
Actually, Ben Cray.
Oh, wow, everyone grows up wanting to be Ben Cray. Ben Cray doesn't want to be Ben Cray, dude. Shit.
Mate, I grew up wanting to be Mark Piggy Riddell, and I did my best.
All I'm saying, guys, is that Benji Marshall inspired a whole generation of kids to step, flick the ball, play like he did. Mark Riddell, absolute fantastic hooker, funny bloke. But Ben Cray didn't want to be Ben Cray, Dan, as I said. Anyway. sorry, Brandon, continue.
That was good. I like the tangent because I remember getting X-Blades when I was a kid, purely because Benji Marshall had X-Blades.
And Robbie.
Yeah, he kept them in business because X-Blades don't exist anymore.
Dude. Ben Cray, right? Ben Cray used to wear X-Blades because Benji did as well.
I miss X-Blades.
Yeah.
Hashtag bring him back.
Much love, Ben Cray. Don't beat me
and
up.
we got a couple more.
Yep.
We had Benji Marshall. Now we have Eels.
55 years, however long it's been.
Why not give you fire back after James called you guys losers? So.
Thank you. I should have said who.
Tigers.
Disappointing.
Disappointing. Wooden spoon.
Tigers.
I was expecting you to say Dragons.
Bloody hell. I did set you up for that one. That was it. That was all for NRL Word Association. Hope you loved it.
Hey, I like that one too. That was a good one today.
It's a little bit less stressful for you to think of. So it's,
Yeah, exactly. I'm not put on the spot, anything like that. Bloody, I enjoyed that one. Fuck, have me again next week, boys. Yeah. Well, look, we'll move on then to the listeners' question. So, Maddie C, is that right, Brandon? Who had a listener's question this week?
Yeah, we got listener questions. Got 2.
All right. What do we got? So, first one. Oh, this is one for you, Dan.
Oh, God.
So, is Dan as angry as the legendary Mad Dragon? Now, look, for those that don't know who Mad Dragon is, look, Dan, would you like to elaborate?
He's a guy from Perth that is an absolute fucking crazy motherfucker that does backflips into pools just for the Dragons to win.
Hold on, is he from Perth?
Yes, he's from Perth.
That's the funniest part about him.
Holy
He
shit,
lives
that
in
poor
fucking
guy
Perth.
could go
and
for
he's
anyone.
like that diehard about the Dragons.
Yeah, he has the Mad Dragons vodcast,
Podcast.
and his catchphrase is, "Come on, Dragons fans, fire up!" So he's asking Dan, "Are you more angry than him? Can you do a better fire up than he can, Dan?"
Look, I'm not going to take his thunder, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Dude, look,
No, I'm not
you
as
might
mad as he.
still be more fired up there. I've seen you say some absolutely ridiculous shit in our group chats when you blokes are losing.
Also, on Dan's side, he's been to more games in the last couple of years than the Mad Dragon.
That's absolutely
Mad
true.
Dragon would be lucky to see 1 or 2 games a year, wouldn't he?
Yeah, true.
Who
But
is
let's
he?
be honest.
Mad Dragon, never heard of her.
But let's be honest. I turned the game off at halftime this week, so yeah.
I turned it on. I was like, oh, SJ's doing a masterclass.
Just because I was disappointed. I wasn't angry, I was disappointed. So to answer your question, Matt, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry to disappoint.
That's okay. That's okay. Look, I mean, there's time for you to become as angry
Yeah.
as him. You know? All it
You can
takes is
surpass
more
his
and more
level.
years of Dragon's heartbreak and you'll get there.
Yeah, more captains wanting to leave the club.
Yeah. Hey, mate, we'll get to that soon. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Now,
Mate.
how's this? Another question from good old Kyle Haywood. Shout out, Kyle. How are you, mate? That's the way. Now, he's asked us what memory you would relive. Now, I assume this is going to be sporting memory.
yeah, it could be any, mate.
Yeah, any memory.
Could be any memory.
Any memory.
Shit. So
I'll
we're
go
going to go.
first if you want.
Yeah, fucking oath, mate.
I was thinking about it,
2016
and
grand
yeah, you're on the money there, Dan. That was a moment to relive. If I could go to any specific one, it would be Fafita barging over 4 or 5 Melbourne scum and slamming that ball down. The crowd, oof, electrifying, mate. Chills, still to the day.
Yeah. Right. Okay. James, mate, you've got something there, or?
Yeah, so another sporting one. Me and Brennan were lucky enough, but unlucky enough to be young. Like, we were there for Freddie Fittler's Magical Origin performance.
Yep.
Can't remember it too much, so if I could relive that and see it
Yeah,
live,
that'd be pretty sick.
my God, that would be amazing.
Look, you telling me now, I didn't know that we're at that game, but that's how bad my memory is of it.
Yep. Nice. Dan, you got something there, mate?
It's pretty obvious what I'll pick. Let me just turn around here. Sunday, 3rd October 2010.
What was
Well,
that?
mate, let me
date
tell you something right now, dude. I
for?
can't see a fucking thing, so you're gonna have to elaborate.
I think that was when the Dragons beat the Roosters 32-80 in the grand final.
Oh,
That was a day.
Yeah,
Where were you,
right.
Dan? Where did you watch it?
I was at my house,
Ah, yes.
being a young
Easy.
13-year-old. I
Right.
remember jumping up in my dad's arms and nearly knocking him over because we won.
Probably because you're twice the size of your dad as well, mate. Could that be why?
Maybe.
Maybe. Quite possibly. Now,
Maybe.
now, fuck, I don't know, where do I start? I mean, If I was
2005.
being nah. If I was being genuine, right, I'd probably say, "Oh, the day I met my missus," but I'm not going to say that, right?
She's not listening.
She's not fucking listening. I'm going to say,
Nature strip.
okay, there are two days, right, and both of them include the Great Man Nature Strip.
The great man.
The first one, I'd have to go back. It was actually both last year only. Goodness me. So when me and a few of the Couch Commentators podcast members here were at Royal Randwick for Nature Strip to defend his TJ Smith Stakes title and go back to back to back. He was coming off a couple of disappointing starts, only to win the race by about 5 or 6 lengths.
That was a
No, it
good
wasn't that
day.
long. It wasn't that big. So about 3 lengths.
It felt
he won
like it.
by.
It felt like it.
He did. Well, that's the thing. When he came into the home straight, we knew. We were already celebrating 200 metres out. I've crowed like that before too, at Everest last year. But
Whoops.
yeah, that's got to be numero uno. And then
A lot of money was made that day.
yeah, and then the other one would have to be when Nature Strip went to Royal Ascot and Pants the Poms last year. They were my two probably biggest sporting memories that I'd love to relive and see live again. Yeah.
And then after that, obviously, meeting Kate. Yeah.
No. After that, I completely forgot. After that comes Incentivize.
Against
Incentivize is
2005.
quite
I was about to say
Oh.
that day at our place where we were watching the races and we all cleaned up at money because of incentivized and everyone else.
That's definitely got to be number one. Actually, I won't go into that story because it's thick, but yeah, that's number one for sure.
Was that they were all out in the garage? Fucking-
Yes, mate.
Yeah.
That was that day.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a beauty, wasn't it?
That was a beautiful day.
Yeah. So look, thanks, Matty C and Kyle. Thank you, boys, for the
Thank you,
for the
thank
questions. They were pretty fantastic. Now, look, I'm gonna have to palm this one off to someone else here because it really hurts me deep to my core. Now, can someone elaborate on the AFL this week, please?
Yeah,
got it, Brendan?
I'll take over.
I
Yeah, mate.
can't, mate. I'm too upset. Speak about it.
Look, obviously, all of us aren't the biggest fans of AFL, but when something big happens, people still find out. And something really big happened this weekend. At the SDG, a cricket score was put on by the Sydney Swans.
The
Against
second 200.
Yeah, second 200 in like the past year or so. Marnus getting one, the Swans getting the other against the West Coast Eagles. It was a thrashing, 205-34. It was a 171 point differential. It's up there, I think, in close to the top 10 scores ever. Lucas being a West Coast fan, all of us three, I'm pretty sure, Sydney Swans fans.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we're just fans of either them or...
We were meant to go
DWC.
to this when we were just picking it out on the calendar,
Yeah,
and then West Coast started playing like dog shit at the start of the
And
season.
then,
so
a couple two blokes named Lucas and Adrian said, "Oh, we won't go to this one. That won't be fun." We could have been a part of history here, guys.
oh mate,
I've just pulled out my West Coast Eagle scarf. West Coast. Mate.
Tough times with the West Coast.
Look, mate, it is. It's tough times as a West Coast fan because when you've got the club president coming out after the game, giving out apologies, and this isn't us, it just feels so akin to the West fucking Tigers, mate, that I'm just, I'm shit here, I'm shit there. Lucky I'm a fucking oil merchant to support rich teams in soccer, otherwise I'd be screwed. But yeah, look, it's quite upsetting being a West Coast fan at the moment. Just seems like any team with West in it just sucks and dies. Have I told you blokes a story of why I'm a West Coast fan?
No.
So it's not just just random choice or anything like that. So back in primary school, I mean you blokes are all in the same area. Do you guys remember Auskick ever coming to your school?
Yeah.
yeah, I think like once or twice.
Yeah. Well, when the blokes came around for Auskick and whatnot, one of the teams the team I got chosen as captain for was the West Coast Eagles.
Ooh.
So the blokes put me in here with the West Coast Eagles, and I thought, oh bloody hell, how good's this? And ever since then, a cheeky 6-7-year-old bloke, 20 odd years later, I'm a West Coast Eagles man till I die.
West Coast till he dies. Well, after that game, I wouldn't be surprised.
What, be
Oh,
surprised
wouldn't
if
be
I died or.
Yeah. Bit of a heart attack or something, Jesus.
Mate, it was a shocker. But
It was Barry Crocker.
it is what it is, and I suppose let's move on because that's the one and only time we'll talk about AFL ever in this podcast.
Ever. Maybe the grand final when the Swans win.
I
When
swear
they
we
won
spoke
West
about
Coast.
AFL before and said that. Or was that the A-League?
That was A-League.
A-League.
Oh, yeah,
That was
true,
A-League.
yeah.
And now you just brought it
Oh,
up again.
crap, Dan.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, boys. Fuck.
Dan's just brought us years of bad luck.
Oh.
That's okay though, Dan. I forgive you. So what you can do to repay us is take care of this next segment, Dan. Who am I with Dan?
Alrighty.
Just quickly,
So,
who's guessing?
tonight, we're going to have Brandon guessing.
Oh my god.
Not again.
Because I went with James last week and Lucas just did the Word Association, so go with Brandon.
Shit.
This bloke doesn't know how to guess.
I'm not that
I am
bad, I don't
horrendous.
think.
No, me.
I'm joking.
Alright, so don't be like James and just guess halfway through.
It's not his fault. He's an absolute goddamn genius.
It's not my fault that I had it at Millwall.
Yeah, true.
Millwall.
Alrighty, Brandon, are you ready?
Oh, mate. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Alright. Who am I? I was born in 1989 in Watford, England. I'm a professional boxer in the heavyweight division.
Got it.
In my... What?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I got it.
I didn't even hear what you said.
You are Dan. Got it.
In my pro boxing career, I've had 28 fights for 25 wins and 3 losses, 22 of those being by way of KO. Over my career, I've held multiple titles, including the WBA, the IBF, the WBO, and the IVO titles. I've also won a gold medal at the London 2012 Summer Olympics. In 2014, I was named Prospect of the Year. I'm the second English boxer to win both a gold medal and a world title from a major professional sanctioning body. And I've had 2 reigns as the unified heavyweight champion. Who am I?
Okay, there's 2 people coming to my brain.
Think about
And
the
it's gonna
age.
be-
Think about the age he said, dude.
I did not listen to the age.
Ooh,
But I'm going to go with my heart, and I'm going the Gypsy King.
oh my god! Come on!
It's Anthony Joshua!
Yeah.
Anthony Joshua, no, he was the other one.
He said
I knew exactly
To be-
you were going to
to-
fucking...
To be fair, I was pretty 50-50 on it as well, but I was definitely leading Anthony Joshua.
See, I knew Lucas would get Anthony Joshua as well.
Dan, when
Right
I
away.
said I got it, I'm telling you, mate, right at the start, I knew who it was.
Look, no, I was going to guess that as well, but I still wanted to hear more.
Yeah.
Well, another week, another fail by Brandon.
What's fucking different? Good God Almighty! No, look, Dan, that was a good one, mate. You're
I
at
like
least
that.
you're broadening the horizons, mate. Bringing
It's better than guess the athlete, let's be real.
It
It
is.
is
It
because
is.
I mean, three out of the 4 times it was guess the NRL player realistically. So
Well, otherwise we'll guess him for like 40 seconds on.
Yeah, that's true.
What sport is it? Oh crap! That's right. Boxing is a sport.
well, look, speaking about the NRL, let's head over to our NRL talk now. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a while ago. It would have been probably 6 weeks ago, maybe even more. I said that Holbrook would be sacked. I didn't know who was going
Big
to come
scoop.
in.
It was after Griffin got sacked, wasn't it?
Was it?
I remember
Like
you
around the
saying
roughly
it.
the same time?
Yeah,
I
might have
think
even
so.
been a little
And
bit
I said
before.
the next
yeah.
coach was him, and it was. So
Yeah,
I'm a
yeah,
genius, right?
So, yeah, if anyone had to put a bet on that, they would have
And that's
paid.
why people come to us for the intellectual opinions and
True.
just seeing into the future.
Yep, that's exactly right. But Guys, yeah, Justin Holbrook sacked, and Desi Hasler takes over the coaching job in 2024. How do you feel about that?
Mate.
I was talking to someone last night at work,
Mhm.
and I think Desi Hasler's had his chance at coaching.
Oh,
Like, yeah, he was a great coach at Manly, and then he did a thing at Bulldogs, and then he sent Bulldogs on a downhill spiral, and then didn't he return to Manly and
Yeah,
Yeah.
Manly.
Yeah.
Got
They
out
were
of
good.
finals.
where
They were
did
good.
Desi Hasler hurt you, bro?
everywhere?
Let's not. So it's easy to remember the end of the Bulldogs, right? But it's like the start of it included grand finals, fucking semis, and fucking. They were one of the best teams in the comp. They lost to a cheating Melbourne Storm.
Like that's what I mean. Back then, yeah, he was fucking decent.
Decent. Even last year he was good, man. Jeez, I think you're being a bit harsh on the Des.
Fuck Des Hasler.
Oh,
Because everyone hates Manly.
Yeah. Oh, whoa. I was gonna throw my 2 cents in, lads.
I'm all ears, mate.
I want to say to every other NRL club, this is how you sack a coach. You don't fucking leak it to the media every 10 seconds. Oh, we might be getting this bloke. We might get this bloke, aka the Dragons, aka the Tigers.
Is that right? Is that right?
But yeah, this is how you do it. Obviously, they've seen that Holbrook. There was actually a clause, I think, in his latest contract. If he didn't hit a certain point of the year, he wasn't in the top 8, he was going to get dropped.
And
This is
I
obviously
heard
the time.
I heard Mal say something about there was things about their defense as well in his contract. Which,
Yeah.
yeah.
Really?
Have-
You can have that shit inserted into a contract?
Yeah.
What if AJ
Anything can
Brimson
be in
gets
a
run over
contract.
X amount of times in the season?
Did you see the submarine, mate? The contract they signed their life away.
Mate,
Let's not talk
I
about the
did.
submarine.
I certainly did, mate. There's something about Logitech control.
Controller has disconnected.
Jesus. But yeah, I think
It was
that's the way
joystick
to do it.
drift.
That is the way to sack a coach, lads.
Yeah,
Joystick drift.
yeah. Look, I mean,
No.
my whole thing with Desi was, I mean, I'm pretty over Brady Fittler as the Blues coach, so I was secretly hoping that Des could add a shot as coach of the Blues. Now, I don't know how crazy that sounds, but that's obviously not going to happen now, taking over the Titans job. But
F2V.
Jeff Tuvey,
No, I'm joking.
hey, there's got to be
Mate, he's got the passion. He's got the passion.
Hey, he's got the passion. You're not wrong. The bloke wants an investigation. Those first and second tries last week wouldn't have stood if it was for fucking Tubes, mate. Tube dogs. Now, guys, Perth Jets.
Yeah, so I can take off on here.
Please,
So
mate.
I think it was early last week, the Western Australia Premier got in contact with Sir Peter V'landys and said,
righty,
if you
sir.
get a new team in, we want a team. And the Jets, rumours have it that they've been in contact with them over in Western Australia saying, hey, we would love to be the team. So what do you guys think about it?
Well, mate, as a Jets are my second favourite team at the moment, as per Cronulla's feeder club is Newtown Jets, the Blue Bags, the Blue Baggers. And they are killing it. They're first place in the New South Wales Cup. So, I mean, obviously they have the money. They've done it before. They're one of the foundation clubs. Love to see them back. Unfortunately, I'll have to get a second jersey. I'll have to have 2 jerseys. I'm a turncoat.
We already knew that, though. So.
Yeah, look, my thoughts are possibly slightly controversial, but, mate, I didn't realise WA opened their borders up again, the dogs. now, how's
Wait,
this,
how did I
right?
get there in May?
So where does a game played in Perth, what time do they kick off? What happens? What's
It'd
going
be
on?
2 hours.
Every time they kick off, it would have to be the a daytime game for their fans and a nighttime game for us.
Oh no, but
this is
think
what I'm
about
getting
think
at,
about it,
Jack.
right? Though
Yeah.
on the Friday,
Yep.
if you did a 6 o'clock game in Perth, that's an 8 o'clock game here.
I suppose, but then you got to take into account NZ as well, because we do similar things for NZ, do we not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it would be a little bit difficult. They've done it in the past, and it didn't work. But we're a lot more connected now. I think it could work.
And you could do like a 3 o'clock Saturday game, like kick off over here, and it'd be 1 o'clock for Perth. So,
But then
wouldn't be
you're
too
also
bad.
going against Perth with the whole, AFL's really their
Yeah, West Coast
Oh,
Eagles are really flying over there.
mate. As the West
Well-
Coast Eagles theme song goes, we're the Eagles, we're flying high. Right?
I'll tell you what, that could be an even better reason to do it, because fuck, if you're living there, you go, geez, we
We need something.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the West Tigers. It just makes sense. West
Yeah,
Tigers.
of course, fucking
You know
Swans
what?
fans
You
say
can
that.
combine them and the Dragons and ship them both over there. Bring
Yeah.
back Newtown and the Bears back in Sydney.
How good?
Can't we just all agree
James,
to kick
James,
South out
you
the
shut your
continent?
fucking mouth here.
I just prefer if we all, kick South out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
down
yeah.
for that. We can vote on that.
And what are we doing? What are we doing?
Kicking
Kicking
South out.
Souths.
Kicking South out.
Yeah, we'll kick South out again. Yeah, no worries.
I need a good excuse to march down the street.
Now, while I've got your full attention, Dan, now I've got one for you here,
Oh,
right?
fuck off.
So, as I'm sure you're well aware, Ben Hunt fucking hates you blokes and wants out.
I fucking hate him as well.
Nah, come on,
I
mate.
think I died hole.
Oh,
Oh, Benny.
I'm sorry, Ben.
Benny
I
has
didn't
been
mean that, but
loyal to you for how long? The captain.
he's going against his contract. And he
mate,
still
they
has
all
2
do it.
years in.
Contracts do not mean a thing, dude.
It's legally binding.
No, it's not.
A contract is
Someone
legally
tell that,
binding.
tell that to Anthony Griffin.
Tell that to
I mean, he
literally
got
all the
fired.
decent Tigers players that have
And,
left
and
us.
and Ben Hunt is firing the Dragons. He's like, you guys are not living up to the ideals.
Yeah, but look,
But,
I
like-
mean, ultimately, Dan, he's been denied a request by the Dragons. Now, we've seen in the past, for example, you look at Ivan Cleary for the Tigers. That's just the first one that pops to my mind instantly is of him doing a similar thing, saying, nah, look, I want to go. The Tigers said no, but then, eventually they will release him.
Yeah.
The only time, well, once again, it being the Tigers, a Papali'i wanting out of his contract, and we said, get stuffed, you're coming to play. What do you think's going to happen, Dan? If you had to put a bet on, does he finish out this season, even his contract as a Dragon?
No, he doesn't, because fucking it's till 2025, so there's no way in hell he'd fucking.
But
Stay there
what
if he
about
doesn't
what
wanna
about
be.
this? What about the season? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's where I lean on. I think he finishes the season.
I don't know, Like, it's a tough thing to say. But, I mean, in a way, I hope he does, but in a way, I hope he doesn't.
$150 right now on the table. You putting it in he's leaving or he's going at the before the end of the season?
Would say 150.
$150.
I'll say-
Decision for him.
Fuck!
But you can imagine how Ben Hunt's feeling, mate. He's not going to do the
He's got 150 grand on the table.
I'll say he'll be gone before the end of the season.
Okay, interesting. Brandon, what are your thoughts on this whole shenanigans, mate?
Well, it's great to see another captain, best player. How many years in a row has Ben Hunt got best player? Probably the last time was when McInnes was their best player. So it's great to see Dragons just losing captains, losing best players. That's where I stand. And also, it helps out this week when we get to verse them.
Jack DeBellin is my real captain.
He's
So
not
I wouldn't
mine.
be surprised if this has been blown a little bit bigger than what it actually is. So I heard Laurie Daly this morning say that he has it on good authority that he didn't want out immediate.
Yeah.
So I think it could be similar to the Papali'i where he just was like, oh, I'm not necessarily super keen to go to the Tigers, and then all of a sudden it was, Papali'i is going to backflip on his contract.
Papali'i hates the West Tigers and
Yeah.
everything about them.
Yeah, which like it was pretty understandable to not be super excited when you go into the Wooden Spooners. And Ben Hunt wouldn't be probably definitely wants out at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But like he's probably just not excited about playing the rest of the year out. Probably getting a wooden
I
spoon.
am happy that he's not going to Broncos. That's bullshit. If they get a Queensland representative, pretty gun player as well.
You know what? I reckon if Broncos actually had a talk to him, I reckon they should get fined. Even though he wanted a release from the club, he's not in negotiation, like contract negotiation period.
Well, that's the thing. Like, did they have a contract negotiation or did they have a coffee while he was up there for Origin?
Maybe they took him for ice cream.
Can I get some ice
special.
Can I get them? My name's Freddie.
Well, look, James, Mitch Moses, mate, he crosses the 1,000-point buffer for the Parramatta Eels in your I'll say first half demolition of the game against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
you obviously got to watch it, mate. How'd you rate his performance?
Oh, it was definitely great. It was. The gun definitely went back in the holster after half time, but
did you see his post-match interview as well?
Yeah, he was pretty filthy at everyone and himself for not scoring about 80 odd.
Yeah, well, mate, they should have. They absolutely should have.
But no, I thought it was a good milestone, and it's really signifying. He's not a former Tigers player; he's just a para player these days. Like, I think most of that. I think most of that bad blood sort of gone now. He's shown it from. He's dedicated himself, and he's put in the hard work, and he's loved at para.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my saltiness away here. I really rate Mitch Moses, mate. I do think he's a fantastic player, even though
he's no Nico Hines, but
yeah, look, he's no Nico Hines.
But they're going to be halves partners as long as Freddie's got his fucking head on.
Yeah. Now, okay, here's one for you. Does Cleary, if he's fit for Game 3, go back in?
No, he won't be.
I said if, bro. Hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
If he's,
I wasn't listening halfway.
If he's fit, I think he does.
Yeah.
Why though?
Then it's a big question of do you play Moses or Hines next to him?
What has Nathaniel Cleary ever done in Origin?
What has he done for me?
Look, so I have a theory about a certain Joey Johns that seemed to make Manly's halves worse when he was there. Seemed to make Para's halves worse when he was there. Yes. And then things happened at New South Wales recently. And I love Joey, but
we're saying the immortal can't teach what he does.
He's a fucking dope.
Yes. Well, yes, but he's a footballing genius. But whether he can explain and whether the halves he's teaching can do what he can do are different things.
Mate, just ask him. Nathan Cleary is the best human to ever exist in the history of humans. That's what he says.
Well, I actually think in the next 10 years, more kids will start having chins like that. I think it's a natural evolution.
Maybe we should all get like chin implants so we can be like Cleary.
No, it's just going to be Nathan Cleary will be getting around, fucking shagging all the bitches.
I'm just going to flat out jump in here, right? And and you tell me if this is inappropriate and shouldn't be anywhere on this podcast and leave it out. But I was on the Facebook chat Bloke's Advice the other day.
Oh no!
Some bloke posted that he's trying to get back with his missus. Right, they had a bit of they had like an 8-week break, but and this guy, he's a good looking fella, right? He's a good looking rooster. And he goes, guys, I'm thinking about getting back with my missus, but in the time we were split up, she was fucking Nathan Cleary. And everyone's calling him out, going, "Yeah, you're full of shit, mate. Show us a photo of your missus." She was a bombshell, right? Absolute rig. And all the blokes commenting are going, it's funny as, because now you've put this up here, all you're ever going to think about is how your missus got railed by Cleary.
That's fucking hilarious.
And everyone on Bloke's Advice is giving it to this poor bloke. Oh, mate, it was funny as. And he's going, boy, should I get back with her? I don't know. What do I do? And everyone's like, don't even think about it, mate.
You can't watch a Penrith game again.
Next hypothetical question, guys. Would you get back with your missus if Cleary
Yeah,
Maybe
how's
Cleary
that,
made a
boys?
TikTok with her.
How's that?
Oh, that's good. I like.
Yeah, I like that. I liked it.
Cool.
All allegedly as well. And
Yeah,
All allegedly, yeah.
Alleged. Poor
Yeah.
bloke, though. Yes.
But anyway, look, let's move on now, mate. I will defend Reece Walsh to the hilt, maybe because I'm out of trades in Supercoach and Fantasy. Guys, Reece Walsh's spray, who do you think it was directed at?
it was probably his own teammate, but you don't like. He's yelled at that loud. It sounded loud on the ref's mic, and he was a good 5-6 meters away. So it doesn't look good. It does not good look for him at all. Like, I like to think he's got the respect that you don't yell that at a ref, but it's going to be hard to try and get off from this. Unfortunately, I think he misses a week or two.
It really looks bad when the whole time he's looking at the referee, basically.
Yeah.
And yelling and swearing some obscenities at him, but that's my opinion.
I don't know if it was the Broncos media team that told him to put his Instagram post out, but he said on Instagram that it was aimed at a teammate or something. I don't know if that was
Him
true.
and Reynolds commented.
So
on
it was
Fox
meant to be
Sports
aimed
post.
at Paddy Carrigan. Because
Yeah.
Carrigan comes up and says, "Shut the fuck up, you idiot."
Yeah, that was pretty funny. Okay, well,
Love a good spray.
Yeah, that's loves a good spray.
look straight to the point. Did you guys see his? Obviously, you saw his comment on the Fox Sports post on Instagram, and he's got spelling errors everywhere. Right? He's putting Z's where S's are. Anyway, less than 24 hours later, an apology comes out, and it is in perfect punctuation, perfect English. You tell me that's not a copy and paste job from ChatGPT doing all the work.
No. It's the club's HR guy. Just went put this out now.
Right now.
Team.
Now, guys, hold the phone. Hold the phone, right?
Holding.
Just hold the phone.
holding the phone.
I've just opened up Facebook on another tab, right, to just go through a couple of things, and I'm looking at my friends, and I fucking shit you not, there's a certain bloke here by the name of Mitchell Moses, with 2 mutual friends coming up that I should add him. Guys, I'm not joking, yeah, right? If I could turn my camera around, I'd show you.
you see my mate Mitchy Mose.
Screenshot it.
How do I? You know what? I'll just fucking turn my camera around. What do you reckon?
Oh, beauty.
ready?
Mitchell Moses.
Look at this.
Facebook is listening, Lucas.
Look at this. Ready? Ready?
Oh.
Now, should Lucas add Mitchell
Mitchy.
Moses?
And congratulate him on a great career after the Tigers, and congratulations on 1,000 points.
How's that? How's that? Anyway, let's move on to probably the greatest bit of information I've ever heard. Luke Brooks has signed with the Manly Sea Eagles from 2024 onwards on a 4-year, $2 million deal.
There's more to it as well. There's more
There
to
certainly
it.
is. Tommy Talau, the guy with feet for hands, who's a very big guy, and I'd never say that to in person because he'd beat me up, is going to Manly, and Latu Fainu, the next Benji Marshall, so I've been told,
One of the hottest properties in the NRL.
is coming to the West Tigers. And then the thick bloke himself, Josh Schuster, is re-signed on a large contract at Manly to play back row.
Again, around that 800,000.
Yeah, it was.
That is
one of the boys
monstrous,
just
mate.
said it was 800k.
That is
Yeah.
monstrous. How Olakau'atu, what's he got to be on if Schuster's getting paid that much?
Who fucking knows?
Oh,
Mate,
man, there's so many
The
things to
email has
unravel there.
gone wild here. But there is parties in Campbelltown with Brooksy finally leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I couldn't sleep last night. Fucking hell.
Look,
Might be a chance at the finals this year.
yeah, right. Look, no, look. Fair play to the madman himself, Luke Brooks, mate. He got a bag. He's going over to Manly. Try something new. Fair play to him. Hope all goes well.
What I want to say is, now they'll have, like, if all their halves stay around, they'll have Dale Cherry Evans, Josh Schuster, Luke Brooks, Brad Arthurs, and Cooper Johns.
You mean Jake Arthur?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
Jake
say,
Arthur.
what's Brad doing over there?
Jake Arthur, sorry, not Brad Arthur.
Yeah, they pretty much said to Schuster, if you want to sign on for this big contract, this big extension, you're going to be playing in edge forward. If not, you can look elsewhere.
Yeah, fair
So
enough.
he's took the money.
Is it obvious he wanted to stay there?
Did they say that to him? Is there like
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That's
there
what
was,
I read. The
some-
same thing as Brandon did. That
Okay.
you're playing second row or you can get out.
because
Yeah.
I've got a odd theory, and I'm probably wrong, but there was 2 interviews over the last week with Cherry Evans. He had tears in his eyes after Queensland win, so I'm like, oh, maybe he's just going to retire from representative football.
Mhm.
Then he was emotional after getting pumped by Melbourne. I think he might be thinking about retiring.
Ooh, hot tip from James.
How
Yeah.
many years has he got left on that 10-year contract?
Oh no, that finished a couple of years ago.
Oh, I thought it was still
Yeah.
going.
That was
mean,
what,
if-
Jesus. That would have been 2018, 2019 it finished, right?
Yeah.
If Lucas could pick the next coach to be sacked, maybe James is on.
Yeah,
something.
look,
Okay, ready?
it's obviously it's a shot in the dark, but who knows? Who knows? It was very odd for him to be so emotional.
Yeah,
I'm
James,
picking-
I have a question. Oh, you go first, mate. You go first.
Hold on, I'm just.
He's thinking.
I'm speaking to the people beyond the grave.
Can you tell him I said hello?
Todd Payton gets the
Todd
absolute axe after the Tigers pants them again this week.
With the great news that you're getting rid of the dead weight of Talau and Brooks, the team just
Oh,
lifts.
Sorry, Joel. Sorry, Joel.
I was,
66 points again?
Please, please.
I was going to bring up, what do you think was in Seabold's presentation? Because I can assure you that it wasn't, I'm going to sign Luke Brooks, Jake Arthur, and fucking Aaron Woods was in that presentation at the start of the year. Because he's swindled a coaching gig back in the NRL, got rid of Hazler, and he's brought only failure and some questionable buys. What do you guys reckon?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes, your honest
Do you
opinion,
remember that
please.
hilarious rumor that went around that he was like banging the players' wives at Broncos? Do you remember that? My whole thing is that he got in bed with the Manly owner's wife, and yeah,
And the Manly owner liked it.
that's right. That's right.
So I think he's went up to him and he said, Look at your trophy cabinet. It's pretty full. There's one thing you guys don't have, and that's a wooden spoon. I'm the guy that did the impossible and brought the Broncos their first ever wooden spoon. Now, do you want to be in with me to get our first wooden spoon, or what?
You know, it's funny. Just as you said that, Tom Trebojevic like lifted himself up the operating table and gave him a
I
thumbs
said,
up.
yes.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to throw in, had some more for NRL, is beanie round. Beanies for brain cancer. Mark
Yes.
Hughes beanies.
I'm going to buy one
So-
tomorrow.
Yeah, $25.
Yeah, I'll be looking to get one.
It's a good cause. Get around it. It's cold, so wear a beanie.
It is. That's correct. That's correct. Well, look, guys, let's move on to the NRL tips. We'll fly through these ones as we do. So, geez, a game. It's a decent game on Thursday night. The Sharks versus the Dragons. Does the flat track bully Nico Hines come out? Dan,
Yes.
what are you thinking, mate? Who you
Yes.
take?
I'm going the Sharks, but 100% Nico Hines is going to flat track bully the shit out of us.
That's
Wow.
the way. Brandon, what are you saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing a jumper currently, and it says Sharks 13 plus. Well, Cronulla 13 plus actually, because it's an electric jumper. I'll be going Sharks to win, and
It's an
very,
electric
very, very handsomely. Dan, I also have a bet that I wanted to throw at you for the next podcast. Hear me out. I will wear a Dragons jersey if you can somehow manage to win. Big if. And for you, because it looks like we probably should win, only a scarf. How do you feel about that? You get to wear
Yeah,
a
because there's
scarf
no way in
for
hell
us.
you're getting the Sharks jersey to fit me.
That was also the thing I was thinking. How do you reckon? Shake?
All right, so
firm
I'm
handshake?
making 2 bets this fucking podcast, apparently.
Firm handshake then?
Yep, handshake to the camera.
Yep. Sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
I can't wait to see you in a shark scarf next week.
All right, James, who you taking, mate?
Yeah, Sharks, and by a bit.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that. Everyone captain Nico Hines and forget about it.
Look, have you seen the odds? $6.70 Dragon.
Yeah.
That's some.
You
I think,
can't
I think
wing
they're missing a
shots.
few digits, to be honest with you. All right, then let's head over to the
$16.
Friday night game, 6 o'clock. The Warriors versus the Rabbitohs. I'm going to be taking the Rabbitohs to finally bounce back here. James, what about you?
Jeez.
The Wars. Go the Warriors.
Okay, Brandon.
I think James might be on something here. I think the Warriors are in hot form, and South's a bit of a slide without Latrell. And I think, I'll go the Warriors.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm back in the Wilds as well. They're fucking looking hot.
Goodness me, okay.
SJ's banging.
Now, in an absolute barnstormer of a game here, guys, Friday night, 8 o'clock, the Storm versus the Penny Panthers. Who you got, Dan?
I'm going to go, because it's down in Melbourne, I'm going Melbourne.
Okay, Brandon.
It's a blockbuster. First versus third. I'm so excited.
Yep.
Hopefully Lucas doesn't fall asleep in this one. I will be picking. I hope Melbourne win after the shit Welsh was spewing at the post match interview.
James.
So that's why I'm picking Panthers, because imagine being James Fisher-Harris and hearing that no one was playing for Penrith.
Oh, now I know what you're talking about, yeah. How did Knights not win?
Yeah, so I'm going Panthers with a couple of fiery forwards.
Yeah, cool. I'm taking the Panthers as well, yeah. Now, in a game that apparently is getting played at 3 o'clock on Saturday... But let me tell you, that's some great background noise. The Raiders and the Titans. I'm going to take the Canberra Raiders to make it back-to-back here, guys. What are you thinking, Brandon?
Well, I think Titans lost their coach. They usually bounce back, you win, and then they'll probably will lose this week. So I'm going Raiders.
That's the way, Dan.
Yeah, I'm going the Raiders as well. Raiders looked fucking amazing against the Roosters on Sunday night. So
Yep. James, what are you thinking, sir?
What a clash of the styles. You got the Raiders that just fucking grind you into the earth, and the Titans that score and let in points for fun. But
I've never
Into
heard
Jim's
a
Jam?
game like this be described the way you just did.
yeah, it's quite an odd one to think about. I'm gonna go the upset with the Titans.
You almost want to watch it, Lucas. Like the way he talked about it.
Yeah.
But I won't.
Mate,
I won't.
I'm cancelling all my plans on the weekend to watch this game at 3. All right, look, next up, we'll head over to the, some would say, game of the round, the Cowboys versus the West Tigers. Now, Lightning does not strike twice. Cowboys are going to pump us. Dan.
But does it strike twirl?
Oh, there's a bet.
Dan, what are you thinking, sir?
yeah, I'm going the Cowboys. They've been playing pretty well the last couple of weeks.
All right, James.
So funnily enough, after they got smashed by the Tigers, they've started playing a lot better. But it's crazy what losing Coruscant and Brooks has done as far as the odds on this game. Like, yeah, you got to go Cowboys.
You'd think it should be a bit further.
Brandon, sir.
Yeah, mate, as these guys have already mentioned, Cowboys looking good, Spine's looking good, Drinkwater is on fire.
Drinky.
I think haven't looked at the team list, but I'm sure Tamalolo's maybe back around the corner soon. They are looking good to make the top 8 again, and I will be picking them to win. But as James has just done that great pun with Twal, I'm putting anytime try score a Twal.
Oh, I will be. I will be.
Now, guys,
try,
just quickly,
twice.
Taumalolo's named as the 18th man. Will he get a start, do you
yeah.
reckon?
Ooh,
Yeah,
possibly.
Could
They'll
come
give
in,
him-
yeah.
They'll give him the whole week, and
Yeah.
Comes in probably for that Griffin Neem or something.
Yeah, even
Maybe
me.
Ruben Cotter back to the bench.
Yeah. Now, guys, the Brisbane Broncos versus the Redcliffe Dolphins, Saturday 7:30. They're called the Redcliffe Dolphins. Come at me. I think it's going to be pretty ugly for the Dolphins, and the Broncos are going to pump them. What do you reckon, James?
Yeah, after the Broncos got their pants pulled down last week, you'd imagine they come out firing this week. So yeah, Bronx.
Brandon, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'll be able to say how good was Kevy's blow up in the press conference. Just saying like, do you think Ben Hunt would want to come to this team after that performance? But yeah, I think Broncos should win after that pantsing.
Dan, what do you think, sir?
Yeah, I'm going the Broncos.
Broncos, yeah, that's what I thought so.
So quick note back to the Reece Walsh being super emotional and yelling and stuff. How does the coach go up to him and say, "Look, you got to calm down" after blowing up like that?
Classic Kevy.
Classic Kevy. Okay, now everyone, you need to sit down for this one.
I'm sitting down.
Sit down. So this is honestly a game that's been scheduled by the NRL at 2:00 on Sunday.
The game of the week.
If this game has 0 viewers, I would not be surprised at all. It's come to the point where they're actually offering free tickets to Foreman. Now, I'm not taking the piss. This is real.
No, this is true. This is true.
This is true.
haven't
They're
heard
offering
this.
free tickets to Foreman. You know, the Irish blokes and whatnot down at the local pub for the Bulldogs versus Knights game. Fuck, the only winner here is going to be 4:00. So
I need to schedule a late afternoon game of golf because, jeez, there's a couple of
are we playing
stinkers.
golf on Sunday?
Or a fucking nap.
Yeah,
Or a nap.
if I knew these games were on, I would have said yes. Fuck.
Well, Dan, who have you got, mate?
Mate, I'm going Newcastle.
Fuck, okay. Brandon.
Oh, mate, I'll be watching me eyelids, I think.
You'll just be finishing work, mate.
I'll pick the Newcastle Knights. I think Galen Bunga should put on a show.
All right, you've spoken too much about this game. James?
Nuts.
Thank you. Okay, and the last game on Sunday, we have the Manly Seagulls versus the Sydney Roosters. I don't know about you guys, but the downfall of the Roosters this year brings a little bit of joy to my heart. Seagulls,
it's beautiful.
add to that pain. James, who have you got, mate? Who are you tipping?
Oh man, I hate to say it but it's only because Manly's such a basket case, but Roosters.
Fuck. Brandon?
Look, I was so happy to see Nick crying while he's watching his Roosters lose to the Raiders. And with the signings of Luke Brooks, I could only see Manly's hopes at a high, and I think they're going to pump the Roosters here. So.
Dan, what are you thinking, sir?
Yeah, I'm back in Manly.
There you go. Bang, bang,
Roosters
bang.
There you go.
Fair call, fair call.
Oh,
All
That's
right,
coming from a Dragons fan.
all right, guys, that'll do it for the...
And Parramatta to beat the bye by 150 this time, or
doubling it.
no, I'm
200,
200,
200,
200,
200.
actually, just purely because,
yeah, after
they had
last
the
time.
first loss. Yeah, they got to come back from that.
Okay, so look, now it's time to head over to the Couch Commentators' best bets. So to start off, we'll head over with Lucas's top tip.
Guys, Lucas from the Couch Commentators here, coming at you with my top tip of the weekend. We're going to head to Flemington on Saturday. Race 8, number 15, Logan Street Lion, trained by the one and only Chris Waller. It has a decent first up record for 4 starts, 2 wins and 2 minor placings. I think it is positioned very well here on Saturday with a nice draw at the juicy odds of $18 the win and about $4 the place. Once again, guys, that is Logan Street Lion, race 8, number 15. Happy punting.
Hey, not a bad bet.
Wow,
That-
jeez.
that's that definitely looks like a good horse.
That's all right.
mate.
That's your shortest odds so far.
It is, mate. It is.
Wait, his wings come out of retirement?
Nah, Golden 60s racing in Shartin.
Yeah. Now, next up, guys, we'll head to Leachy's. Like, what do you got for us, mate?
This week, I'll be picking a horse called Clabell. It's at Murray Bridge, race number 8, paying $5.50. I like it. It's a good horse. I don't think it had the best run it could last race, getting a second place. But this race, it'll go one better. Happy punting. Gamble responsibly.
Oh,
Yeah,
mate,
not
that's
bad.
beautiful.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
That's some good odds right
This
there.
will get us back on winning ways, mate. Well
Yeah,
done.
100%.
I love
well
when you
done.
use back $1.50 favourites.
Back-to-back $1.50 favourites.
Now, Dan's dopish decision. What do you got for us, Dan?
Oh, Jesus Christ, alrighty.
I'm
So-
all ears.
I had 3 choices this week. I was either going to go the Dragons game, which was just going to be a no hope.
Okay.
I was either going to pick the round or I was going to pick a try scorer from every game. I sacked off the first 2. We've picked a try scorer from every game.
Ooh.
All right, so Sharks Dragons, we've gone Mulatalo, Sue. Warriors Rabbitohs, we've gone DWZ. And Storm Penrith, gone Crichton.
Critter.
And Raiders Titans, I've gone AKP.
Okay, boy.
Fuck, don't tell me that's his
the-
nickname.
Carney P, you can call him as
Carney
well.
P, Carney P.
Carney P's better.
Carney P, yeah.
Cardinal Pearl.
Where down it? North Queensland versus West Tigers, I've gone Scotty Drinkwater. And then Broncos versus Dolphins, I've gone Jermaine Asako. The Pooslinger game, I've gone Greg Marzu. And Manly versus Roosters, I've gone Ruben Garrick.
Very nice. I reckon out
like
of
this.
pure disgust of that Sunday 2 o'clock game, you don't even put a try scorer in.
After didn't Marzu lose your money last week or something?
Yeah, actually, fuck Marzu. You're out of there.
Ta-da.
Right.
But,
What
So-
odds are you giving us there, mate?
So I did actually fuck off Marzu. It was
Okay.
it was actually $267 with Marzu in there, but
So put that bet on with Marzu if you know what you're doing.
it's gone down to $143.73.
Cheeky fiver, you'd be mad not to.
For not
Yeah.
much to happen. For not much to happen, you know?
They're all guaranteed tries, so it's
Guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll be laughing our way straight to the bank. Ha.
Can't wait.
That's impressive, mate. That's impressive.
Can you
Now,
believe?
Jim's Jam. What do you got for us this week, mate?
So, as I said, the Titans game was a bit weird this week with the Raiders, so I didn't like it. So I've went to a local shitstorm of the George Illawarra Dragons.
Oh god. Oh god.
So we've got a same game multi here. We've got Ronaldo, Nikora, and Katoa, and Sharks 13+. And that is paying $6.50. So I
not
think it's
bad.
pretty guaranteed money.
For not much to happen as well.
There's
So.
not much to happen. It's like guaranteed.
Yep, that's the way to do it, mate. You've done well there, James.
Yeah,
Done
I thought it was like trying to back Wigs, and then I saw the price. I went, "Oh, jeez, I've got $6.50."
Some
Let's
juicy
just
odds,
say gamble responsibly.
Yeah,
course.
gamble responsibly.
1-800-858-858.
I was gonna say, if you chuck a cheeky fiver on my bet, that's $718.66.
That's
I'll be throwing it on
basically
you.
all you've
I'll be throwing
lost
it on with Marzu.
That's about what everyone's lost on mine and Brandon's, horse race.
If you put cheeky fiver on mine and Lucas, you get about $7 return. So
Now, look, we're going to go straight to our anytime try scorers bet.
yes.
I'm gonna take care of this one, guys. I'm going to the Broncos Dolphins game the Saturday night, and I'm gonna stay just cool, calm, collected. Herbie Farnworth for me.
Herbs.
Yeah, Brandon, what are you thinking, mate? You got one yet, or?
Look, usually I pick my Sharks boy Ronaldo, but I'm going to leave that for someone else if they want to. I'm going to be picking in the Tigers game. and I'll be picking a Cowboys player because Tigers aren't scoring.
I thought he was
I'll be
gonna
going. I'm going my boy Valentine Holmes. He got me the first try scorer for Queensland. He'll get us anytime try scorer.
Valentina Holmes. Okay, very nice.
Yep.
James, what are your thoughts, mate?
I'll take the Ronaldo then, because I was tempted to go him 2 or more, but I stuck with just 1 to be safe.
So you're going the. Okay. Ronaldo Mulatalo. Dan, what do you think it's, sir?
I'll go Ruben Garrick.
Big Rubes. Big Rubes playing fullback, who's an absolute top-class player. Okay. Ruben
I was going to take the Ronaldo, but James did, so...
Now, guys, that gives us the beautifully juicy odds of $15.76.
Ooh, that's at that nice range there. That's
cheeky
a nice
$5
on
gives
it.
you $80, boys,
Yeah.
almost. So that's
Get on
it.
fucking beaut.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
Gamble
Look it in.
responsibly.
GR.
Price and gamble responsibly.
Now, look, guys, on that note, anyone got anything else to add before we end the show this week?
One thing I want to say, just from the origin, after Jerome Luai and Reece Walsh got sent off, how was Reece Walsh allowed to play on the weekend? That is my question.
I don't know, Jeff.
Because the match review committee doesn't watch Origin.
Yeah, but still, he should have been fucking...
They don't care about anything leading up to Origin or what happens in
Did
Origin.
did Adokar get a suspension for, although this week, a punch?
A week for
No. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
That's all you got.
Okay, fair enough.
Was,
You
was
boys
it
anything else?
some UFC on Sunday? It was
Yes, there was some UFC. Ilya Topuria put on an absolute masterclass against Josh Emmett, the fighting Falmer, people call him. Yeah, look, Ilya Topuria, he's world class. Topuria, really, he's 12-0. He's really storming up the rankings. Probably looking at fighting Volkanovski next. If
I was going to say that's
if Volk fights Yair.
Volk's
That'll
fighting
happen
next
soon as
weekend,
well.
isn't he? Yeah, the next...
Is it next week?
Next, I think
Not this weekend
coming.
coming, the week after, the weekend after.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
we've got to watch that
Wow.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Maybe if
looking
we
for tickets. They
stream
haven't
it
even come out yet.
completely legally, we could do a watch along sort of thing, eh?
Hey,
We
don't
could,
want
yeah.
that. Don't want that.
Yeah, July
really?
8th, boys.
Reddit, I think there's something. There's a box sitting to my left here. Did you want to talk about that?
Oh yeah. Cody and the rest of the the community who have purchased hats. They've come in. The hats are in. We have marked it so you guys can now come and grab your hats if you're coming to pick up, or we will be sending the hats to who has purchased a
Luke Farlow.
yeah, Luke Fowler and a couple others, Dan, a couple others. So
I thought it was
yeah.
only Luke Farlow wanted
Yeah, no.
delivery.
Hats are in. So
Hats are in. Hats are in.
hats are
in.
How bloody good. Well, on that note, guys, we'll finish it for the week. Now, everyone, make sure you follow our best bets. Make sure you follow all of our social media account, our Instagram, our Twitter, our Facebook, and we will see you all next week. Happy punting, guys.